And now we're recording. Yay. Okay, so welcome. I'm glad you guys came. I wanted to, let's get everybody muted just so I get distracted. I'm a squirrel. So I am Vanessa and I'm a coach, and I'm gonna just put that disclaimer out. From following the trainings and everything with what I'm going to share with you guys today, and the things that I'm going to talk about and hopefully answering your questions correctly. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. I don't have any like certificates or anything that makes me some sort of master at all of this. A lot of the ways I'm going to respond to you are actually based on the trainings that I have seen, are very common sense based on, eating healthier and changing the things that you're adding into your nutrition and changing your habits. But I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. I can tell you that this, although it is a double launch program or a double launch, I don't know. Yeah, it's two programs that we're launching together. It's double. Yay. I am going to focus more of my attention tonight on the 4-week gut protocol, because this is a completely different, it is a nutrition system. So this is not like I've already talked to some peeps and they're like, oh, can I still do 2B mindset while I'm doing this? This is like a perfect example. I just finished 3-day refresh. You do 3-day refresh the way 3-day refresh is designed. Did I use tools like the Portion Fix? Oh, there's Amy. Let's let Amy in. Did I use tools like the Portion Fix containers? Yes, I did. Did I use tips that I used? Hi, Amy. Did I use tips? I just started. You didn't miss anything crazy. Did I use tips that were, things that I learned through 2B mindset when I did the refresh? Yes. But as you're looking at this program and you're refocusing your gut health, keep in mind that this is a completely separate entity. It's like Reset. It is its own entity. And from the trainings that I've done so far, we will use a lot of similar tools that we have come to love with Autumn, like the containers and her food list. But there are some changes that she made specific for this program. So just keep that in mind. But I really wanted to focus on that first, because 4 weeks for everybody was really created just to enhance what you're doing with this program. And the original idea with this launch was to really focus on changing your gut health, with focusing on your nutrition. So with that said, I am going to switch to my screen. Somebody tell me, because I probably won't be able to see this chat. So somebody's going to have to yell at me. Share screen. No, why won't one can, no, I just want to share my thing. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do this. Go. Okay. So now, I can still see that. All right. Let me move this over for me. Nicole, I am going to put up, let me see if you can see. Can you see it? Is that good? You're
good now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I still want to be able to see you guys and see what the heck's going on in my world over here. Okay, so welcome to the 4-week gut protocol, which I'm going to say that funny a million times, so be prepared. And we're pairing it with this double launch with 4 weeks for everybody. Also, I have this it's in a PDF. So for my coaches that are in here, if you're trying to better explain it and you feel like the way that I made it helps you, I have no problem giving you access to it. I can send it over, pop you an email, whatever you need. So first and foremost, the program overview for the gut protocol. I didn't want to mince words. I loved this wording, so I kept it. It is a comprehensive nutrition program that shows you how the food you eat can impact your gut health and overall health and how good you feel. For best results, partner with 4 weeks for everybody. So basically what's going to happen with this is it's going to be in a 4-week structure. primarily with the, what do we want to say? We're going to be taking out foods that are known as likely causes to affect the health and consistency with your gut. And that's what's going to be taking place in the first 4 weeks. From there, she has an additional 2 weeks where you're going to start reintroducing these things in. So like for me, I can tell you right off of that, like dairy is going to be a thing. I know it's going to be for me. I haven't seen how she does it yet. We're going to see those in the videos that she has lined out, which you will have access to once you purchase the program. But what I did like with some of the training that I listened to today, I listened to everything I could find today while I was doing all of my veggies and my kitchen stuff today. And what I did really like, and what intrigued me about it is a lot of the people that she had in her starter, in her success starter, and her volunteers that she grabbed for this. You can decide when you want to start that reintroduction phase. So let's say that you want to spend more time diving into that. Maybe you're seeing like this is working and this isn't working. You can really make that 4 weeks, 6 weeks. You can decide for yourself how long that duration is going to be. And she had more people than she thought who got through the first 3 weeks and they're like, you know what? I'm feeling really good. I don't know if I want to reintroduce this stuff into me right away. I think I'm going to hang out here in this happy bubble for a little bit. So I do really like that, because I think when we have our support group, we're all going to be able to talk about the things that we're seeing and feeling, and we can help each other out, help each other determine if we're ready to start reintroducing things back into our world, or, we can support each other saying, you know what, maybe we're good here for a little bit. So that's kind of the whole, what I want to say, that's where the foundation is with the gut protocol. It's removing things out of your nutrition initially to figure out what's causing these things that maybe are creating sensitivities, maybe are creating things that you're not even aware of. Another thing that I liked about the trainings that I listened to today is she had a bunch of people in here who volunteered to do it because they love Autumn and they're like, I'm in, whatever Autumn's doing, I'm in, I'm going to do it. Who didn't really have, weren't really looking for weight loss, didn't really feel like I feel good. I don't know. I feel okay. And they wound up having some of the biggest transformations. They found that they were a lot more bloated than they thought they were. Some people saw a difference in their skin because they were removing things out of their diet and then reintroducing it into their diet a better way. So just because you haven't been diagnosed with anything, or you don't feel like anything is out of whack, it is something to consider, because maybe you can start feeling even better than where you're already at. So let me see, what we eat impacts our gut, and our gut health impacts our overall health. And I wanted to put this out there basically from following into what I just said. There are so many things, and just from doing Refresh in these past 3 days, like, it's made me even more excited for doing this program. I personally, just to take a step back, I personally was really excited when I heard about this program. I have IBS. I was diagnosed with it really young. I've always had to be very careful and balanced what I'm eating, because if I eat too much dairy, it throws me off a whack. If I don't eat enough of something, it throws you off a whack. I've always had this feeling with food as I've been aging, that I'm like on a ball, and I've got to stay balanced at all times. And the second I go off balance, I have to figure out how to pull myself back up. And then recently, over the past 5 years, I've had a red meat intolerance that has gotten to the point where I cannot even put it in my system. So I'm really looking forward to this, because digestion is a huge issue for me. So if I can find ways to proactively help myself feel better, I'm all in. But there's so many other things that your gut has a huge impact on: being bloated, your skin, your weight, obviously. I heard this random fact that like, if you're not like doing number 2 consistently, like your bowels can hold like up to 7 pounds of like, that's like a small child. That's like a baby, like of poo. So sorry, I get disclaimer, I get gross. But seriously, like imagine that, like because you're not eating the right foods and taking care of your gut, your body is like holding on to poo. Like that's disgusting. You don't want that in there. You gotta get it out. So I'm interested for that because again, that's something I have an issue with. Sleep too, sleep and your mood. A couple of the trainings that I listened to today, that was a big factor that they didn't even consider. And it was something that they didn't even catch on to right away. It was pointed out to them later. Autumn especially said, she broke down and said, hey, I'm not going to lie. I have a really, really nasty temper. Things will just get me and I snap. And with improving her gut health, it has been pointed out to her that she's a little more calm and kind of takes a step back with her reactions, and she doesn't get so quick tempered so fast. So there's so many factors in here that your gut could be the reason why these things are happening in your everyday life. So if you're learning what is fueling your body the best, it'll help you keep your gut healthy, and it'll help kind of manage all these things so that you're happier and that you're healthier. By the way, I really went to town on this Canva, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw. All right. So how does it work? So basically what's going to happen, and what's included. Basically what's going to happen is we're going to remove the most common foods that cause gut issues, like I talked about. Now, I haven't seen a list. Again, this is all going to be part of the videos and the learning material that we receive. But that's basically the premise of this the whole program. You're going to get program videos that walk you through the protocol so you can get started right away, or you can wait. So before anybody throws anything up, at the end, somebody remind me if I don't talk about it. We, in our support group, we have different stages based on where everybody is. I'm personally starting later, but we have some people starting earlier. So wherever you are in your journey and however soon you want to start, we're going to have coaches that are going to be within that same path to be there to support you. There's the reintroduction videos that help when you're ready to, like you're good and you're ready to start reintroducing these things back into your system. So there's that to help you when you're on your way to be outing, or on your way out of 4-week gut protocol and going back to, maybe 2B mindset, or wherever you choose to go with your nutrition. You are using the containers, but she has revised lists. So like I said, it's not the same as Portion Fix. It's similar. But because she likes using these tools, but we're going to be using them in different ways. There's going to be new recipes in there, also new snack recipes. I love that there's going to be snack recipes at the end of 4 weeks for everybody. And we get little cameos of Bobby. I don't mind seeing Bobby and saying hello. And then you get your program guide, your trackers, all that, so that we can all stay focused with everything in paper. And then your supplements. And this is going to be another, I'm going to have more slides for this. Your supplements are big. They're focusing on vegan because vegan creates less bloat. I've got a whole list. And they are focusing on Shakeology. So focusing, what I'm getting as we get with all of the other programs, because the first thing I started seeing in our info group was, hey, can I use something else? So I'm going to tell you right now, if you use something else, I can't guarantee that it's going to work with this program, because they have created this program around the tools that we have so that it works for you in a certain way. So if you get questions, let me know, talk to your coach. But they are really emphasizing that they highly suggest you do it the way that the program was written. And they are focusing on the vegan Shakeology versus the whey-based. We also have the Beachbody Optimize and Revitalize. I'm going to talk about those in a minute. And then also all of the recipes and the meal planning to go through. Everybody still with me? We all good? Yay. All right. So here are your main supplements. Again, we've got plant-based vegan Shakeology. It will improve your digestion. and it's there to say, it's been shown that it helps with bloating. I can tell you, I've gone both ways. I do see that. So I am on that 67% that say they have less bloating. I have less bloating when I drink more Shakeology, which is why I started drinking it, kicking my butt into gear with my refresh. I want to get more specifics as to why they're focusing on the vegan versus the whey, because I didn't really see too much on like why, but there's got to be a reason why they're saying we really, really, really want you to go with that. I'm guessing because it's the pea and the plant-based. But I want to get more specifics on that so I can share with everybody, because I do know some people are very whey versus the vegan. Revitalize and optimize. These are, Revitalize and optimize, sorry. These are not new products to Beachbody. These are actually products that are in the 21-day reset, but they are changing the dosage. So if you already bought some, or if you're like, hey, I'm going to go buy some so I have them right away, don't do that. They have new packaging for this, and they're giving us more. The reset is 21 days. This is 4 weeks. So if you go buy the ones today, you're not going to have enough, and you're going to have to buy more. So focus on, I would say if you're going to be adding these in, these are not a requirement, but they are recommended because they help you with your digestive enzymes, which is important for your gut. So it's just that extra little booster. So I would say out of all the training that I saw, everybody's saying, do it by the book. Do it by the book. If you're not doing it the way the program is designed and you don't get the results that you're expecting, or you don't feel changes, you can't be mad because you're not doing it the way they're telling you to do it. So I can answer more questions as we get on, and especially when I order them and I physically have them in front of me, and the newer print material comes out for them, if people are holding off a little bit. But they're there for a reason, and she is really big on making sure that we're trying to make that gut as healthy as we can so that you can reintroduce these foods back in. How you can purchase the Revitalize and Optimize. One, when everything launches on the 15th, we're going to have total solution packs. There's total solution packs available for people that offer our customers who already have Beachbody On Demand, and you're not looking to renew it. If it needs a little bit before you have to renew. If you have to renew, it's a great time to renew, because it really is the best value to have it all bundled into one. But the price is a little different. It's a little lower if you already have Beachbody On Demand. You get a ball, you get your Shakeology, you get the cups again. I know a lot of us already have cups. Who cares? Let's have more. It's all right. We'll have a cup party. It's totally fine. You'll get digital access to all of the videos, and then all of her trackers will all be available online for you to print. To my knowledge, based on everything I'm seeing, they're not giving us separate ones for that. You just got to print them out, like we had to do with 645. You can get Autumn's Total Solution Pack, which is the one that you see. And with hers, that is where it comes with your Revitalize and your Optimize. Now, all of your supplements that you get in a Total Solution Pack do set up for monthly. I highly recommend, if this is something that you're all in on, that you get yourself set up and you put your reminder on so that you know that they're coming. That way, if you want to continue with the program, they're still going to be showing up at your door, and you don't run out if you decide that you keep going with it. Also, for anybody here watching, I highly recommend that you sign up as a preferred customer or a coach if you're looking to do this and keep it going long term. Because one, it doesn't cost you anything to sign up as a coach. You're getting the same package. But two, you're going to have that discount, which you're going to want this discount if you're going to be spending the money to have these supplements on a monthly basis. So talk to your coach about it. We can talk about it more later. Another way you can access these ones is, so if you purchase a bundle, if you purchase just the accessory bundle or just the digital, you can opt to get, it'll show you like as you're cashing out how it has those fun, like, hey, save on this, save on that. This one will pop up. So you'll be able to add these into your cart, and they're giving you a discount if you decide to do that. I do believe, I have not done the numbers yet, but just based on Beachbody marketing, I do believe if you get it all as a bundle, you are saving the most money. But if you already have a ton of vegan Shakeology at home and you already have the ball and you're like, Vanessa, I just need digital, but I really want these, there are options available so that you can get the 20% off. And then obviously if that is all you need other than the digital, you can just buy it alone as well. So those are your options for that. Now, finally, real quick, just a little bit, paired with 4-week gut protocol, you're also going to get 4 weeks for everybody. Here's the deal with 4 weeks for everybody. It's 4 days a week. So if you're somebody that's working out every day and you've been doing like your 9-week control freak obsessed, or, you're 6, 4, 5, and you may want to add a little more, and she does give you the options to add a little more. And you don't necessarily have to do this program with it. The reason this program came out the way it did was because there's so many people of all different ages, sizes, and all that are going to be interested in doing some sort of, gut health nutrition program. And with that, there's going to be lots of changes with your nutrition, especially for people who maybe haven't had that consistency of trying to put healthier habits in, and this is their starting from scratch point. They're going to be feeling a lot different right away. So she created this program, no impact, so anybody can do this. If you've got bad knees, sore hips, all those fun stuff, it's no impact. You're not jumping, you're not bouncing around, unless you're doing like the higher intensity. But if you're just a normal person, I am a normal person, I'm not going to be bouncing around till the end of time. All of the workouts are 30 minutes or less. She made it real consistent that it has to be under 30 minutes or less. And her focus with it is not so much like bulking up and all the muscle and the toning. It's about reducing your stress. And it's been proven that if with a consistent, healthy nutrition habit that you're throwing in fitness, that they work together to help you lose weight and to help do all the things positive that you're, help with that positivity that you're doing with your body. So it's just enough to keep you active. So it's great if my coaches that are in here, if you're talking to people and they're like, I can't fit one of those crazy programs where you're working out every day, that's cool. 4 days a week, 1, 2, 3, 4. She does have a calendar, but of course you can move it around. Like you can make it fit for you. There's no restrictions on you have to do it in the morning or evening or anything like that. So you really can, it's just finding 4 days out of 7 to fit in a workout. You need the ball, you need weights. Yes, a mat works nice, but like rug works too, whatever you got at home. And there are optional bike workouts. So if you have the bike, which is nice, like Nicole is shaking her head like, yeah, let's go to my house. If you have the bike, you can either toss in bonus bike rides if you feel like, 4 days isn't enough for you. Or she's got special ones that are just for 4 weeks for everybody that you can swap out for the cardio. So that's really nice that you got lots of playroom with it. So that is everything that I have. And now I'm going to open it up to my pretty picture and to questions. I don't know if I can see my chat though, unless I get out of here. Let me see. Oh, I do have the chat. Yes, because no dairy is allowed. Yes. Thank you, Tasia. I had a feeling it was going to happen. I didn't want to yell at anybody or like scare anybody about it, but yes. Okay. What else can I share really quick? Oh, I didn't tell you our timelines. So here's our timelines. Write it down if you want to write it down. I will be making kind of a list for myself. And then I also, as people sign up, I'm going to be asking where their dates are, just so I can kind of keep an eye on everybody and make sure I know when everybody is starting and where we're all in with it. So the launch goes on the 15th. We are opening, probably the day before I'll have it set up. I'm actually starting it on Saturday, but I'm going to be setting up a Facebook group for all of us to go in, and that is going to be our support system. From there, we have Tasia, who is starting on the 21st. So if you're like, I'm in, I just need a few days, I'm going to watch the stuff, and then I'm in, I'm ready to go. Tasia is starting on the 21st. Woo woo. So you have a coach that's there, that is starting from scratch. She is doing this as a challenger. She is going to be a very positive influence in our group, but she's also focusing. She is like me, is really amped up about this program, and we are coming at it from a challenger perspective. Yes, we're going to be here in the group helping share as much content as we can. Anything I get from Beachbody, we will be sharing. On top of that, I've been making a list. So if there's something that you want in here that you need to see in our group, please let me know, because I'm making a little fun board of the things that we want to share. I know something that's been brought on the list, especially because prices for everything are insane right now, is where to get the best deals for some of the stuff. Like, how we're, replacing butter with ghee. Ghee it can get up there. So we're going to find ways and have little areas, especially for my people that are in Rochester. Hey, we're at the market, and I'm going to be trying to go to the market every week. Trader Joe's, there you go. So our coaches are going to be in here, and we hope that everybody else does it too. We're going to start flagging. Like, remember the days where everybody was like, hey, I saw gas here at this gas station for this much. And we are like, oh, thanks, I got to go there. We're going to start doing the same thing with food, because just because we're eating healthy doesn't mean that we have to go poor. Okay. So then from there, where'd I go? Tasia's starting on the 21st. I am starting around April 11th. Here's why. One, I am going on vacation at the end of March. I'm gonna lie, I'm going to Punta Cana. It's a Beachbody trip. I'm very excited. Woo, Punta Cana. That is, Punta Cana does not sound like a place where I should be removing things out of my nutrition. No bueno. So I'm going to be taking this time to really go through things, really give you 2 weeks of sharing what I'm learning, sharing what I'm hearing from other people that are in, different challenge groups. I'm blessed that I have so many coaches around us from our upline and everybody in between. And I am going to be filling up that the next upcoming weeks with things that hopefully will help you, things that will motivate you and remind you that, it's going to get hard. This is not easy. I was crying, and I actually think I kissed a big container of cookies at Wegmans yesterday, because Michael made me go before dinner. And we're going to have those moments. So I want to make sure that you guys know right off the bat that you're going to get all the love and support that you can. So until then, I'm going to be studying, watching these videos over and over, getting everything that I can. One, for me as a challenger, because I really want to do this the right way and really make sure I'm doing it the best for my gut. But two, so that I can support you guys in your journey through this. I believe, what was this? Yes. Sherry's coming in. Everybody say hi to Sherry. So wherever you are in your journey, you'll be able to have coaches that are there with you, supporting you, and there with you. So that is everything. So I hope it helped. Do we have any other questions? Nothing? I tried to keep it. Look at this is like the shortest I've ever done a Zoom in my entire life. I deserve a cookie. But I'm not gonna have one. Okay, so if you get here, I'm gonna stop recording now. Let me stop sharing. There we are. Okay. And we're gonna stop recording.